Hello everyone, welcome back to Taco Puppy, and we are back with another bonus puppy. Finally, after I know it's been months and months and months and months and months and months. Sorry it's been so long, but just been dealing with school and not sure what's going on with Robert. Haven't heard from him in a few months, so I assume he's working or something. So we just haven't really had time to do much. So for right now, it'll just be me by myself doing the bonus puppies and doing classic reviews and doing game reviews. So look out for those, because we are back full force. I just got school is over now for a few weeks. So I will be back full force doing reviews, and more reviews. So today I'm back with not a bonus puppy. Today is a classic review. I will be reviewing Toward the Terra, and it is a 1980s anime movie. There's also a series that was made in 2007, but this is the 1980s movie. Toward the Terra is about a world that is in a utopia. And the thing is, children in this world are not made naturally. They're test tube babies, basically, is what they are. They're test tube babies. They decided that childbirth was too much of a hassle, so they decided to just make the children in a lab and then give them to the parents. And the parents raised them for 18 years. I think 18. It might even be 18 because they seem kind of young. I want to say between 16 and 18 years old. They take a test. The children leave home and take a test, which basically brainwashes them, and they forget everything they've got. They forget their parents, they forget their home, they forget everything, and just go out into society and live their life. And it's basically how it goes. And so the main character of this story is a boy named Junior. Junior is the main character. He's a little different because with him he still has his memories a little bit. He has dreams where he remembers things. He remembers being back before everything was like this, and he's remembering why he still loves his mother. He still loves his father. He still wants to be at home. Excuse me. And it's just a few days before it's time for him to take his test to leave everything behind. But instead of taking the test, well, there's also a computer called Mother, and she can read your brainwaves and tell when you're not quite as stable as she wants you to be. And so they start picking up that Junior is maybe not as cooperative as they like him to be. So during the process, it's a few days before taking his test. He goes to take his test, but instead of taking it, he can hear somebody talking to his head, like I don't know what to call it, telecommunications, kind of like. He can hear him talking to him, and he doesn't know what's going on. And so he decides to skip the test and not take it because he still wants his memory. So he decides not to take the test and skips the test. And while he's skipping the test, the soldiers chase after him to catch him. And when they get ready to catch him, this other guy comes in and swoops in, picks him up, and takes him away. This guy is who would be called Soldier Blue. Soldier Blue is a mare, I think it is. I'm sorry, brain freeze here. They're something with an M. I forgot. I knew it too. But they're a race of people who they're also test tube babies, but they happen to have they can telecommunicate and they have powers. And so the human race, or the government decided to throw these ones away, so to say, because they didn't want them. And so now it's them versus the government, because there's nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly good human beings. They just have special powers. And so it turns out that Junior is actually one of these people, and so that's why he can hear them. And early on, Soldier Blue dies. And Junior becomes the new soldier. And so we go through the process of Junior being a soldier and of them fighting against the government to kind of protect their rights, because the best way to describe this would be almost like Native Americans and the British, or the Americans, how you want to call it, because they're trying to push them out of the way. They basically get rid of them. They're destroying their home planet, which is Terra. They destroyed Terra. They found a new planet to habitat on, and they also destroyed that. That's towards the end of the movie. They also destroyed it also. And so it goes through the process of Junie like I said, fighting with the government, and then when he gets a new planet, he comes up with the idea to why not try to have the first baby naturally, because they haven't. I mean, this process hasn't been done in over centuries because everybody's made in a lab now. So him and his wife decide to try to have a baby naturally, and they do, and that's their son. And oh, what's his name? Not Tony. Oh, maybe it's Tony. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. I think it is Tony. Yeah, it's Tony. It's Tony. Tony is a G. Like Tony. Jomi is, he's kind of mild spoken, but he's aggressive. But he's also he wants to compromise. He wants everybody to come together as one. Not with Tony. One thing, Tony grows up rapidly. Within a few days, he's a teenager, or he's like 8 and he goes into a teenager. But Tony is cutthroat, and Tony wants to destroy the government, destroy them now, kill them all, and we will just take over. Like, screw them. I want it to be us, and more us. And he can't understand why his father can't see that. His father's trying to compromise. His father's trying to do this and the other. And he's like, no, just go through, wipe them out, and we take over. We're more powerful. They can't talk. They can't hear us because we talk to each other through our heads. They can't hear us. We can battle strategy and... Sorry about my phone, yeah. If you heard that, that's my sight ringtone. Yeah, sight fans out there. Okay, sorry. Back to the review. But Tony is... He's a G. He just wants things done his way. And that's it. And there's a part in the movie that something happens to Johnny, and Tony takes over, and I mean, he gets brutal. Like, for him to be, he's like 14, and he's brutal. He's just no nonsense. It's his way or the highway. If you don't follow his rules, then you can get out of the way. He's like, my father is soldier. I have power here. You don't. And that's how he goes about things. Like, and his mother died when Tony was young. She blew up on the ship when they destroyed Terra. So he had no mother, and his father is aggressive but too kind. So he grows up being that. He saw what they did to his mother. He saw how they treated his father. He wants them to just be gone. And it also turns out that the main guy of the work for the government to take over them is a guy named Keith. Keith went to school with Johnny, and Keith, you find out later on that his mother, Phyllis is also the same type of person that Johnny is, and she's also on the ship. She was Soldier's like right hand man, you could say. Her and the Soldier Blue actually were very close, and you find out that Keith is actually Phyllis's son. So Keith is actually half. Let me find this. I'm sorry. I thought I could remember, but I can't. Humans. The Mew. There we go. No, it's not with an M. The Mew. Yeah. So Keith is actually half Mew, and the whole movie is kind of like him battling with the idea of, okay, I'm destroying my own people, but mother is telling me to do this, and I feel a connection with these people, also with my own people. And there's one part in the movie where Keith almost gets his memories back. He starts to waver a little bit, and when he does, grandmother is like, no, we cannot have this. She puts him in this like bed thing and shrinks his memories, and they're gone. And now he's back to being her puppet again. And so that is almost like a battle between Keith and Jomi in a way. If you shrink it down, it's a battle between Keith and Jomi, and you throw Tony in there also. And so it ends with Keith finally come to his senses, and there's a big battle at the end. And at the very end, Tony decides to leave. He can't, with the way things are going now, even though there's a resolution, he feels that it's just not his time to be there, and he can't really support what's going on. So he leaves with a few of his friends, and he says that he'll come back when things are more peaceful and ready to be cultivated. So Tony leaves and is down, and Keith and Joan and everyone else is there, and Phil is still alive, so she gets to see her son, and it's a very good movie, and it is 1980s, but I would say it holds up. It's 1980, but it could easily be a 1990s movie graphically. It holds up, I think so. So it's a very it's a good movie. Has a good story to it. Has good characters. Has good action in it. There's a lot of blowing up, a lot of fighting, a lot of explosions. So it's a very solid movie. I would give it 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I would like to buy it. Is New Zombie from Right Stuff? They have it. I'm not sure how much it is, but they have the DVD set. And if you don't mind older shows, and like I said, graphically it looks pretty good. Dialogue wise, it's not the best, but it's not horrible. I've seen worse dialogue, and I think it carries its own weight. I think there's enough science fiction in there, with enough little bit of fantasy, but with enough of realism in it, because like I said, the characters are intertwined every which way. So it's a very solid movie. I recommend watching it. I don't know where you can find it online, but if you have Xbox 360, it's on the Manga app. The Manga Entertainment app that's on the App Store. That's where I saw it. It's on their app. But besides there, it is subbed, so I'm sure there's a fan sub somewhere. But officially, it's out on the Manga app. Check the Manga website. I think Manga streams anime on their website, so it may be on their website. And I say give it a watch. It's only, well, on the app they have it in 4 parts. So all together it's about, I would say maybe a good hour and maybe 15 minutes. It's not very long, because the last about 15 minutes is just an overall scenery of what's happened after everything is going on. So it's about a good hour and 15 minutes. It's not very long, but it is very good. So that is Toward the Terra. I definitely recommend at least checking out. If you have the app, check out at least the first 2 parts of it and see if you like it or not. That's pretty much it. We'll be back probably no time before next week with a couple game reviews. Probably a few more reviews. I will be reviewing Hamtaro, the movie 1. If you remember Hamtaro, yes, I decided to dig that anime up and review. I was going to review the show, but the show, I couldn't find it anywhere. But I found the movie, so I was like, okay, I'll watch the movie. That should be good enough. I will review the movie coming up very, very soon. So look out for those reviews. Thank you for still supporting the channel. Sorry it's just me. I know I'm probably boring, but thank you anyway. Check out the Twitter page. Check out the Facebook page. Of course, check out our blog. And hopefully back full force. I'm thinking about doing Taco Puppy alone for a few episodes. So if you think it's a good idea, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And so that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and Maho out.